he is, very comfortable in his own skin, and somebody that I've learned a lot from. Had a couple really impactful conversations just about what it's like to go to school here. And Xavier's a guy that I look at, and I've kind of come to terms, and I mentioned this a few times, but like McAllister's a different type of place. And you know, if you sit down with Xavier and you talk to him for 5 minutes, you realize there's a whole lot going on up here, and you can learn a heck of a lot from if you're willing to sit down and have a conversation with him. And I think that's such a great lesson that I've learned from X, and just so happy to have him here. And he's also one heck of a football player. So Xavier Pittman.
Hello again. I'm really excited to introduce you all to my friend Xavier Pittman. X is a big energy guy. Since the day I got here, the defense has really been able to count on him for juice and everything that comes with him being on the field. You know, whether it's him howling in the weight room at 6 a.m. or him yelling Boar's Day every Thursday, he's that guy. But behind that monster on the field, there is a lot more to X, and as you get to know him, you get introduced to that. When he's off and doing his thing, I mean, he's often drawing or scheming up his worlds, you know, really pursuing his passion, which I think is storytelling. He's in the process of writing a comic book right now, and I'm really excited to see how that turns out. But within that, that's kind of my favorite part about it. He's very creative. He has this introspective side to him, and that makes him really fun to connect with. You can learn a lot about yourself, about others, and of course about him every time you sit down and talk to him. And so I think these principles, his connectedness with both his own emotions and others' emotions, will work well with his wonderful creativity, and I'm really excited to see where that takes him. So I would just want to say thank you for everything you've done, X.
Thank you, Riley. This is very surreal. I can't really. It still feels like I have another season left or something, but I mean, obviously, you only get so many. I mean, there's been so many things that have gone around. I can't thank the people in this room enough. My teammates, the coaching staff, of course my parents who raised me, my brothers who keep me humble, especially the youngest one sitting right here. But I also want to thank some people who are not here. My grandpa, who I call Papa, for taking me to high school football games and sort of like just inspiring me to just be like the best person I can be, the best football player I can be. He's always working hard, and yeah, that's inspiring for me. My grandma, who I call Nana, for being generally supportive, always calling me and making sure that I'm okay, and also just opening the avenue for me to take karate, which is, I just found out recently she did that. On that note, I want to thank the senseis at karate, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have learned the discipline and sort of toughness it takes to play football. I took what I learned from there to football, so I want to thank them. Then next, Coach Jennison, thank you for bringing me here and showing me what McAllister football is like. And on that same note, bringing up a controversial figure, Coach Ware. Like literally, I wouldn't have known about McAllister if he didn't come to recruit me. And I'm so very grateful for that. Next, I want to thank a former teammate, Kaya Gimoto, for teaching me how to organize a Google Calendar. I would not have survived at all if it weren't for that. And then lastly, as far as some people who aren't here with us anymore, he's not dead, but he's not dead. Daniel Park, for giving me a book at my overnight stay here at McAllister. It was The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and the words from that book I basically never forgot. And just that action alone made me really like decide that I wanted to play football here at McAllister. Now for the actual speech. To be blunt, this is not the season any of us wanted, you know, despite everything we've been working our asses off, and our record is what it is. And I think that's what life is like, you know, it's a big series of losses a lot of the time. And in our current world, anything you pursue that's like really worth it, it's you against the world. And history is full of those kinds of stories of people who are just working and working, fighting and fighting, and a lot of them, the majority of them, never see the fruits of those labors in their lifetime sometimes. But like, it doesn't make it any less worth doing. Like, in fact, it makes it more worth it to see, like, not to see like you succeed, but just celebrating the small victories and being with people who are working towards that same goal, who have built a strong bond with you because you are fighting against the current and you are a part of like this strong team that's fighting against all odds. And I think that's where true glory is. It's not in the big flashy victories, it's not in the big conference wins, it's in all the fighting and struggling leading up to that. And every one of you has been a part of that. And that's what I'm going to take with me once I leave here. Like, I'm going to keep fighting and keep clawing against all odds, against everything. And I'm going to bring everyone with me in my heart and in physical space.